The movie begins by showing Ed and Lorraine Warren conducting an interview with two nurses who are experiencing paranormal activities in their apartment. All these paranormal things begin after one nurse received a doll as a birthday present. The doll started to move on its own. They contact a psychic and found out that the doll is possessed by a spirit of a 9-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins. The spirit said that it liked the nurse's doll and wanted to be friends with them. The nurses felt bad for the little girl's spirit and gave it permission to inhabit the doll and live with them. But suddenly things took a violent turn, and it became a nightmare for the nurses. We now see events from 1 year earlier. A couple going to church for Sunday prayer. The wife is expecting a baby soon. They have recently moved to a new neighborhood. We find out that one of their neighbors lost their daughter last year under suspicious circumstances. Later that day, the husband surprised the wife, Mia, with a present. We see that the present is actually the doll we saw at the beginning of the movie. In the middle of the night, Mia suddenly wakes up to a noise coming from the next door house. She wakes up John and asks him to go and look. After entering the house, John comes out running and asks Mia to call the police. Mia calls the police. We see a woman in a white dress walking in the house. She says that she likes Mia's doll. Suddenly, the woman's husband attacks Mia from behind. John comes there and fights with the husband. Mia is bleeding. The woman again comes after her. John tackles the woman. The husband starts to attack John, and the woman locks herself in with the doll. Suddenly, the police arrive at the scene and shoot the husband. The police break down the locked door and see the woman sitting with the doll in her lap. Later we find out that the woman and her husband are associated with a cult and that she had attacked her parents before attacking Mia and John. Hopefully, Mia and her baby are alright after the incident. A few days later, in the middle of the night, Mia and John hear the sewing machine running on its own. John turns off the machine, and while coming back, he sees the doll under one door. He places the doll on a rocking chair, and it continues to rock on its own.